There are moments in life when the shadows seem to close in around us. They come without warning, creeping into our minds and hearts, whispering lies of despair, doubt, and fear. These shadows try to convince us that we are alone, that we are lost, and that no one, not even God, sees or cares. But let me tell you something today. Those shadows are not the end of the story. Imagine being surrounded by complete darkness, unable to see even your own hands in front of you. It feels suffocating, doesn't it? The weight of the unknown, the fear of what might be lurking in the unseen. It can be paralyzing. But then in the midst of that overwhelming darkness, a single ray of light breaks through. It's faint at first, but it grows brighter and brighter until the darkness is pushed back. That is the power of God's light. God's light doesn't just illuminate, it transforms. It takes the darkest corners of our lives, the pain, the regret, the fear, and replaces them with hope, healing, and peace. But here's the thing. The light doesn't come because we earn it or because we deserve it. It comes simply because God loves us. Even when we feel unworthy, even when we feel like we're drowning in the shadows, His light is there, waiting for us to open our hearts to it. There was once a time when everything seemed hopeless. The weight of failure and disappointment felt unbearable. The shadows whispered, "You're not enough. You'll never be enough. No one can help you now." But in that moment of despair, a quiet voice broke through the noise. It wasn't loud or forceful. It was gentle, like a whisper carried on the wind. It said, "I am here. I have always been here. My light will guide you." It's hard to trust that voice when the shadows feel so real. But God's light doesn't demand perfect faith. It only asks for a small step, a tiny crack in the wall we've built around our hearts. And when we take that step, no matter how small, His light rushes in. It doesn't just push the shadows aside, it destroys them. It reminds us that we are never alone, that we are loved beyond measure, and that there is nothing so dark that His light cannot overcome. The shadows will try to fight back. They will whisper lies, telling us that the light is temporary, that the darkness will return, that we should give up. But here's the truth. The light of God is eternal. It doesn't flicker or fade. It shines brighter with each step we take toward it. And even when we falter, even when we stumble, His light remains, ready to catch us and carry us forward. The beauty of God's light is that it doesn't just shine for us, it shines through us. When we allow His love and grace to fill our hearts, we become beacons of hope for others. We carry His light into the world, pushing back the shadows not only in our own lives, but in the lives of those around us. We become living reminders that no one is ever truly alone, that there is always hope, and that God's love is greater than any darkness we face. So, if you find yourself standing in the shadows today, know this: you are not alone. The light of God is reaching out to you, waiting to embrace you, to heal you, and to guide you. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to take that first step toward the light. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine the warmth of God's light surrounding you, filling every corner of your heart. Feel the shadows begin to fade, replaced by peace, love, and hope. This is the promise of God's light, that no matter how dark it may seem, His love will always shine brighter. God's light against the shadows. It's not just a story or a metaphor, it's a reality, a gift, and a promise that is waiting for each and every one of us. All we have to do is say yes.